Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of New York's Beer Reviews. This will be another treat. This is the first time ever we're doing a growler review. Now, obviously, it's not the review of the growler itself. It's the beer inside it, the liquid that comes inside the growler. Now, this is Three's Brewing Company, Vliet German Pilsner. Now, I had to do as much research as I could because obviously I can't read anything off the bottle because this is just the bottle of the place that I got it from called Beer Town in New York. So I got everything. I can only find so much. So obviously it's a German style Pilsner. I got a few different ABVs. So Rate Beer gives it a 5.1% alcohol by volume. Untapped gives it 5.2, and so does Beer Advocate, gives it 5.1. Now I'm going to go with Untapped where it says 5.2 because when I went on their website and clicked, it said their beers, and then I clicked on Vliet, it took me to Untapped, so I'm guessing that it's going to be 5.2% alcohol by volume. Beer Advocate gives it a score of 3.8, which is very good, whereas Rate Beer gives it a 71 overall and a 97 in the style. So, and I know a lot of these craft beer guys, Albino Rhino being one of them. Remember he did a review of the Decoction Concoction lager that I requested him to do from Saranac. It was a German style Pilsner beer. For what it is, it's good, but they just don't like that style of beer. The Drink Thousand style, he calls it, which I can understand. Germans are very famous for brewing this Pilsner style beers. Anyway, the commercial description on this one, the only thing I could find, it was on Untapped. It's clean, sweet hay, herbal hops, verdient. So yeah, 71 overall and then 97 in the style. Let's see how this works. So you got the beer in the growler. I guess you pour it the same way you would a regular beer. I'm going to traditionally do this. Alrighty. Just cap the rest. And into the light. Ooh, that pours a beautiful hazy. I would say this is a hazy straw color. Looks quite carbonated. I would say it might be unfiltered. I wish that light bulb was working so I can get that light going on, but ooh, we're getting a little drippy drips. Looks kind of like a hazy mackerel, but then again, this is what this style is supposed to bring. The nose. You get a sweet, very sweet grain. You can get the Euro-style yeast. Maybe a faint hop presence. I didn't get any head. I didn't expect to. This being 5.2%. Usually get more head, but with these type of beers, head usually resides quite quickly. Let's go for the taste. That's really good. That's very good. Right off the bat, you get the hay malt, the sweet, the barley malt. It's very bready, white bread. Very nice, earthy hops and herbal hops, but I would say more to the earthy. A beautiful bitterness on the back end to complement the sweetness, to just balance out the sweetness of the malt. And I noticed this, there's an underlying tone of orange in here. It's very light. This is what you would, I would say, consider a lawnmower beer, as Greg says it. You know, out there cutting the grass, or work after work style beer. It does leave a little bit of an aftertaste, especially with the bitterness that does stay for a while. So it's a little unpleasant, but the beer itself is pretty good if you just can get past that aftertaste. Excuse me. Very clean and crisp. Sometimes, I mean, if you're into macro beers, you would like this beer. Very light, cream, crisp, refreshing. It's just that weird aftertaste that's just layering in. It's just weird. It reminds me of back in the day when I couldn't swallow pills. So when I say back in the day, I mean I was like 7 or 8 at the time, and I was diagnosed with ADHD, and my doctor prescribed me Ritalin. Now, I couldn't swallow pills back then. I was 7 years old. I just didn't like it. So what my mom did was she would open the pill up and put it in my yogurt before school, and occasionally I would bite into one of the little like, because it was like little things. I don't know. And it would be so bitter. That's kind of the memory I'm getting from now with this taste. That bitterness on the back end is a little annoying. The upfront taste is very good. I would say for this brewery to lighten up on the bittering hops, because that back end is very overpowering. And you could taste the sweet malt up front they're trying to fight each other. And the bitterness is winning. And with this style of beer, I don't think it should. That's for an IPA, not for a lager. Lager is supposed to be clean, crisp, and refreshing. You can chug this. Being 5.2, I'm going to go with that, like I said, because that's where their website brought me, was 2 Untapped. So I'm guessing it's verified. Excuse me. Let's see if I can get it down there. A little bit more. I got a little bit of head in this pour. It's your typical soapy white head. This isn't off-white, but it's sticking around. Actually, no, it's not. It's fading away quite quickly. For some reason, with the head around the beer, it tastes better. You prevent oxygen from getting into your beer. But the only problem is the head is fading away quite quickly. So anyway, for this review, guys, I'm going to give it a 7. It's 70 in my opinion, so I'll give it the C. I'm thinking that's A would be 90, B would be 80 and above, and C would be 70 and above. So I'll give it a C. It's a decent beer. It's a tasty beer. It shouldn't be as bitter as it is, especially on the back end. It's just leaving a very weird taste in your mouth. The aftertaste isn't that good. But other than that, it is a decent beer. Just if you're watching this, Three's Brewing, lighten up on the bittering hops. I guarantee you more people would like this, and it would get even better ratings, because this. Let's see if anyone on Beer Advocate gave it like a review. Let's see what the other reviews are. We don't have anything, so that's it for this review, guys. C70. Let me know what you think about this beer. As always, if you like the reviews, please rate, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know what you think. And we'll see you next time on New York's beer reviews. Final chug. Yeah, you thought I was gonna chug that. Get real. Not gonna happen. I don't chug beers. Anyway, bye guys.